Okay, what is going on YouTube? It's been a while, but it's because I really haven't cared to make any content. I haven't had anything that I really wanted to share. And over the last week or 2 weeks, I've been doing a lot of research on juice feasting. This is something that I never thought that I'd ever want to do, especially if you listen to Durin Rider's advice and other people. Juice fasting or feasting is kind of seen as something that is part of an eating disorder, or something that people would only do if they're trying to lose extreme amounts of weight really quickly, or some part of fad dieting. But in reality, it's a powerful tool that I've learned, that I'm going to experiment with. It may work, it may not work. I'm not somebody who likes to just believe in the spiritual woo-woo science that kind of surrounds a lot of vegan and spiritual movement type things, but when it comes to feasting, it does make a lot of sense. Essentially, what juice feasting is, and notice there's a difference between feasting and fasting. What feasting is you're drinking an abundance of calories through juices throughout your day, only juices, no solid foods whatsoever, not even smoothies. And the difference between a feast and a fast may imply that you're drinking a very small amount of calories, maybe 500 or 600 calories a day, maybe up to 1,000. But a feast is really that. You're trying to drink an abundance of calories. You're trying to clear your caloric needs for the day. For me, my goal right now is at least 2,000. I have pretty minimal activity right now. I'm still healing from an ankle injury that I've been kind of sidelined with. I haven't been able to exercise the way that I like to. And so, I might as well take this time to deal with some other issues that my body has had. Now, the main goal that I'm trying to accomplish with this feast is I want better digestion. It's something that I came to veganism for. It's something that I came to Raw Till 4 for. And what I noticed over the last almost 2.5 years now of doing this is that my digestion really never got perfect. So what I mean by that is, sometimes there would be some gas and bloating throughout the day, especially after eating a smoothie. So as some of you know, you're eating fruit throughout the day, and then around 4 p.m. or whatever, you're gonna have a solid cooked meal. Now, I really loved how satisfying the solid cooked meal was at nighttime. It really felt good. It didn't necessarily give me a ton of energy, but it really satisfied that sort of hunger craving that you naturally get, just wanting a real dense meal, especially fats and stuff like that you're not getting throughout the day with the fruit. So who I learned this from was a guy named John Rose. He popped up. He's had videos going back for a couple of years on YouTube, but his channel really never expanded until recently. He started kind of attacking John McDougall. Well, those videos started popping up in my feed. I started listening to this guy, what he's saying. It makes a lot of sense. He's 62 years old. He's raw vegan. He does juice feast once a year for, a week to a month, depending on what he wants to do. He is a food research scientist, and he has a lot of experience with clients that he's helped over the years, dating over 20 years into the past, helping them overcome certain disorders, lots of digestion issues. And for me, like I said, it's the digestion thing. I want that flat lower stomach. No matter how lean I got, as you can see, I'm only 150 pounds, 5'10". So I'm a lean, skinny guy. And even when I was cycling all the time, no matter how lean I got, which I estimate probably maybe as lean as 11% body fat at certain points, I still had a bulge in my gut. So, as John would say, it's time to test an idea that's time has come. So I've done the research. I'm going to go at this with as scientific and as analytical procedure as I can, and I'm just going to go for it. So I'm pumping juice out like crazy. I'm basically going to be surviving on watermelon juice throughout the day to have the simple sugars, and then also at nighttime I'm going to have more of a veggie-based juice with maybe some flax oil in it to get the essential daily fatty acids. And so 2,000 calories a day. And I'm going to try and vlog style this for you. I did start yesterday to give you kind of a quick update on how that went. It was good. I spent the last week transitioning into the all juice. So that is something that's new for me. I'd never juiced before. I just got my juicer on Sunday. So I was buying packaged juices last week from like Whole Foods and stuff like that, and having them make fresh juices. But I was only getting about 50% of my calories from the juices. last week. So now, I'm transitioning over. I've cut out my smoothies. I've cut out the cooked foods, which is the main thing. And I'm moving over to the juices. I'm experimenting with different flavors and stuff like that. Juicing is a totally different thing for me. I mean, if you think that preparing cooked vegan food or smoothies is tough, wait till you juice, because I've spent a couple of hours just in one go, juicing a whole watermelon or stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. But what I can tell you right away, as far as how the juice makes you feel, it does give you a ton of energy. There's really no digestion going on. It's really giving the digestive system a break. There's nothing to go in there. There's no fiber. There's nothing. So essentially, you're cleaning the system out. The goal here is to eliminate any type of waste that's been backed up over the years. Keep in mind that I ate a horrible diet from the time I was 18 to about 28. I was eating over 150 grams of protein a day, trying to do the bodybuilder thing and all the protein supplements and all that stuff. Plus, I drank a lot of alcohol at that time. So I'm really going to go at this with an open mind, and I'm going to give it at least 7 days. But for the purposes of YouTube, I'm going to do 8 days, because yesterday I cheated. I had 3/4 of an avocado last night because it was ripe, and I paid $3 for it, and it's amazing. These Southern California avocados, I couldn't say no. I did have the avocado, and I regret it. I'm not sure if it's the watermelon juice on its own, but the watermelon juice after eating that avocado gave me insane cramps. Like, I've had these cramps before with watermelon, eating them late at night, and I've woken up in the middle of the night and had insane cramping, and you know what? This channel is going to give you TMI. I'm going all the way in on this. This is about bowel movements. It's about eliminations. I'm going to tell you guys the real details. Consider this as scientific as YouTube gets. I'm going to document this over the next 8 days, or the next 7 days. So, like I said, horrible cramping last night, diarrhea, all the way actually up until today. I still feel fine, and actually now that the cramping is gone, I feel great. I have a lot of energy. I don't feel hungry, really. We'll see what happens when nighttime comes, because that's kind of when my trigger hits to eat that cooked meal, and that's when I kind of get sucked into eating the real solid, dense meals with the fats and stuff like that. But so this, just for an update today, this is the end of my second juice. These ball glass containers, they're 32 ounces, so I've had almost 64 ounces of watermelon juice today. I've got 2 more ready to go for the rest of the day. I'm going to be drinking at least a gallon of juice per day, depending on what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go vlog style. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated throughout the rest of the day on what I'm doing the next time I grab one of these, how I'm feeling, and there's just gonna be little mini updates. And each video will probably be a little bit shorter than this, but it should be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm hoping for some good results here. John says go at least 7 days. We're gonna give this a shot. His channel's growing rapidly. I really recommend people checking it out who are interested in this. And go look at the guy, man. 62-year-old, raw vegan for over 25 years. He's ripped and lean. He's 5'10", 140 pounds, but he looks like he's about 160. And he'll tell you in his videos that he probably would be 160, but he lost 20 pounds of solid waste matter out of his digestive system. And again, you're going to go read Wikipedia, and it's going to say that this is impossible. Mucoid plaque or whatever doesn't exist. But you know what? You go juice for 7 days, and you ask yourself, where is this solid waste matter coming from? If you're going 7 days, 14 days, 30 days on a juice feast, and you're still crapping out solids, how is that possible? Especially if it's a large amount. I mean, it's not in the juice, So this is sometimes you got to push aside the official medical books and understand that this is almost like a new frontier of research. I mean, I'm sure that juicing goes back into ancient times, but we've lost that information, and now it's time to kind of regain this. If the things that this guy, even if a quarter of the things are true of what this guy is saying, it could still help a lot of people out. So we're going to go through with it. So I'll let you guys know how the rest of the day goes. Okay, super skinny right now. Haven't worked out in 6 months or so. So this is pretty much how I normally would stand, but this lower area here is really what I'm hoping to lose, because there are times, especially once I eat that you know, huge 1,500 calorie dinner for the night that this part is just bulging out. And it's not the fun Buddha belly that all these people are talking about. It's like out to here, and you know, it just feels hard. And no matter how lean I get, that still stays there, and it just feels like my guts are full. So that's really the purpose of the fast for me. And we'll see at the end of the week. It could take longer than that, of course, but it's just a progress report, and we'll see how it looks in about 7 days.